Think you need a massive kitchen and expensive ingredients to cook gourmet? You don't. You see what I'm cooking on, right? Yes, two hot plates. I'll get into the brief explanation of that towards the end of this video. But anywho, welcome to Flavor and Finance. I'm turning this countertop into a restaurant. First rule of the hot plate. Moisture is the enemy of the sear. So you have to dry that fish completely. Now let's talk seasoning, especially for anyone watching their sodium. Now, before I continue on, I have to be completely transparent with you guys. I myself do not suffer from this issue, thank God. So I'm not really trying to watch my salt. I mean, too much salt is not good for us anyway. So the seasonings that you're going to see here that I will be displaying in real time are ones that are not salt free. But I will post it here in the video to show you that yes, the brand I'm using do have salt free versions of this. So do not worry. Again, I will display a photo of these seasonings. I think it's about maybe four of them that are salt free. So people who are definitely out here watching their diets, especially their sodium levels, you are in luck. You are in the right place. Now, continuing on. Cooking without added salt lets the ingredients lead. When you rely on salt, you flatten the flavor. When you use a balanced blend like this Watkins seasoning, you build flavor without needing heavy sodium. This approach gives you control over taste, balance, and how bold your food really is. Now, again, as I stated before, I don't have a sodium issue. I'm not trying to watch my diet, but I will again be displaying the products that are salt free. So if anyone who is watching the video, because more than likely I'll be showing the seasonings that I'm using that's not salt free, but they are available. This line does have it. So yes, I just want to stress and reiterate to you guys that yes, if you're trying to watch your sodium levels, there are there are alternatives for you. Again, sorry for the interruption. Let's move on. Into the pan. Don't touch it. Let the hot plate do the work. That crust, that's caramelized spice, not burnt food. Now that's the flavor and finance. A few minutes is all it takes. Less time, less energy, and no full oven needed. And last but not least, my favorite part. So here's the contrast. Pickled onions. Yes, pickled onions taste great with fried fish. If you are of Caribbean background, i.e. Jamaican, my background is Jamaican, but it is a Caribbean background. You guys heard of escabeche fish, whether it's snapper, porgy. I don't know if they do king, but I know those are two fish they use onions and veggies. Oh, and pimento seeds, if I'm saying it right. Yes, onions, especially if they're pickled, they taste absolutely awesome. Now, the Biba onions, of course, is you can get a whole bag, I guess, for I think $2. Can't remember having. I don't know. It's the last time I bought a bag of onions, but I know if you sell them. I know if you buy them, excuse me, separately, those bad boys cost less than $1. I think you could get two for $1, but they're cheap. Normally on the 50-cent range. So The onions cost pretty much pennies. But together, y'all, the look, smells, and the eats like something you pay for. So you may want to consider that. Mm. Now, this cooking's intentional. That's intentional cooking, and it's flavor without all the access. And that's where the money's spent. And that's money spent where it matters. Now, before I wrap up, you saw that I had a hot plate I was using to cook. Well, to explain the disco a little bit in detail, or to explain why that is, the electricity in my house is unfortunately compromised, and let's just say the environment I'm living in, it's I'm a little on the struggle bus here. So for to prevent any type of hazards, my sister decided that she was going to shut the power off to our stove. Yeah, great. But I still need to cook, so I had to go out to my local supermarket and pay around close to $40 for that dual hot plate that you see here on the screen. You know, can't afford to buy food all the time, especially if you live out here in New York. Yeah, no, it gets pretty costly. So had to sacrifice and get this dual plate. I may look into some others. Not right now, but maybe sometime, maybe later on when the weather starts to get a little bit warmer. But yes, this just comes to. I just want to point out that you don't need anything elaborate to cook a good meal. And also, I want to stress. Last thing I want to stress, of course, is if anyone who's watching this video is struggling with sodium levels, hypertension, or you just want to watch your salt in general, I would post the link down to the products here. Again, the Watkins salt-free products. So if you are interested, feel free to check that out. Okay, folks. That's pretty much all I have for you. I have to think of another video idea, another excuse me, recipe idea to think for you guys to put up on here. And to remember this while we are flavoring our food, let's also flavor our excuse me, stumble there. Flavor our finances. Sorry for the slip up, folks. Well, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.